Target selection is undoubtedly one of the hardest steps. The problem is that even if you've got the best platform in the world, if you make a mistake at the start, you're stuck with it for the rest of the development program, unlike something like clinical development strategy. There's a huge number of targets in the human genome, about 20,000 protein targets, and this doesn't even include the non-coding functional RNAs, which could also potentially modulate to these mechanisms. And then this has to be applied across thousands of diseases, and so you end up with a huge multiplicity problem. Our job at Cyteris is to help you navigate this complexity and ultimately get you down to 2 or 3 targets which bring a lot of value forward to not just the company, but also to the patients. We use a stepwise data funnel to incorporate all information in the public domain. This will range from obviously drug biology, but also should include specific aspects of your technology, and ultimately allows us to get down to the handful of targets that are relevant. No one else in our experience and the feedback we receive from the clients ultimately has the same rigorous approach to eliminating noise and getting at just the handful of things that matter. That's where deep skepticism pays off. We don't just blindly follow hypes. We look at all the data that's available in the public domain, literature, conferences, patents, everything that's relevant in order to derive the most likely truth to a solution or an analysis. And that's not just the target itself. It's also other analogous pathways which might be relevant to getting insight into the question at hand. At Cyteris, we integrate large data sets which enable us to do unique filter and ranking methodologies on large option spaces of targets, which then allows us to get at the most interesting targets very efficiently. We don't believe in black box algorithms. We believe in transparency. We want you as the client to understand why each target was ruled in and out, and therefore have a lot of confidence to move forward in the future. Another major trap in target selection is confirmation bias. People naturally gravitate to what they know. It's normal, it's the human condition. At Cyteris, we aim to be entirely unbiased. We just want to analyze the data. We actively challenge our own conclusions. The reality is the knowledge about any given target does not stand still. Science always moves forward. At Cyteris, we make sure to always incorporate the latest findings during a project to ensure that the conclusion we get to is entirely robust. And if this means changing the conclusion midway, that's what it means. When these pivots happen, we always ensure there's transparency with the client. This builds trust, and this trust is absolutely critical for the integrity of the project and the ultimate successful conclusion. When we see a client take our recommendations and transform it into a new program, or even a new company, it's the ultimate validation of our work and something which we're most proud of. And ultimately, it comes back to the key question: what is the right target and why?